obviously very proud of our football team. Tremendous win today. Hard place to come play. Losses of Graylin and Clay and Gabe Hall on defense. I thought that it was just an overwhelming team win. I'm really proud of our team. I thought at halftime we made a decision as a team to stop worrying about winning. When you're 6-0, that can be like a yoke around your neck. You start thinking, we have to win this game. We have to win this game. I mean, coaches were yelling in the first half, and we said, let's just go compete and play, and let's not worry about the score. Now we say that all the time, but it's really hard to do. And I thought in the second half you saw a group. When they faked that punt, it was almost like our guys just laughed and said, let's go keep going playing. And found some things to get in rhythm on offense, scored on defense, got some takeaways, and we're able to run the football at the end of the game. So really proud of our guys. Again, I just have to say this. I mean, I thought Hubbard was amazing. You don't ever know how good someone is till you play him, and we just couldn't tackle him a lot of times. And so I thought their quarterback Sanders, I thought he played his best game, running around, and he was hard to tackle. So I thought we were a tired group, kind of limping into the game a little bit, but I thought we showed heart, and I was very, very appreciative of our guys' effort.
Down 20-10 there in the third quarter, you just mentioned it right there, but just the fight of your team down, 35-7 down the stretch, and win this game on the road. What does that say to you?
Yeah, we knew in the first half, we had that long touchdown that was called back because we had a hold or whatever. We fumbled the ball on the 20-yard line, so it wasn't like, hey, we can't move it. We had 200 yards of offense in the first half and just weren't getting any points, so we knew eventually we were going to be okay. And, it's credit to them. They did a lot of different things today. And that's the thing we're learning. Like, people are going to do different things against us. I mean, they're trying to take away Denzel, so other guys have to step up. So Tyquan stepped up. Fleeks stepped up. Lovett went down. Edner's been banged up. Jermichael had to finish the game out. He went ahead and did. And still ran down on every kickoff, So, but I just think our team was a team today that was going to go compete. And I think our team felt like if we just hang in there, eventually we'll make enough plays to go win.
Your pass rush has been really good all year today. Really struggled with it, but you were able to adapt. What does that say about your defense that they were able to kind of make plays in spite of what they're used to doing?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they had a really good plan for, they gapped a lot of stuff and slid it and got the ball in their hand fast. So we didn't, the first half we gave up one play. The first half we gave up one play over 20 yards. We weren't, it was really more the run game. And so we just had to, sometimes it feels like they're doing a lot more than they are. And what they were really doing was I thought their quarterback was doing a great job of taking what was there. And so I thought we just kind of settled down in the second half. I really think the play of the game was Boogie picking that ball off right before halftime, and I almost went 99 with it. But that was what, to me, I went in the locker room. We were like shell shocked. I said, we just picked off we should have so much energy right now. Stop worrying about winning. I just think guys just grinded and played hard. We were down to like 4 or 5 D linemen in the game, and they just kept playing. And eventually those sacks came, at the very end with the sack fumble and another hit on the quarterback.
Matt, you mentioned they were keyed on Denzel. The way Tyquan and Fleeks were able to get big time yards after the catch, I mean, it was pretty big.
Yeah, I thought there was great adjustments by Jeff and Glenn. Great job by the offensive line because we gave up 4 sacks in the first half, right? So we adjusted that. Our tackles adjusted, and again, you want to have an offense that takes the ball to where the spot it should be, not just always the player you want to get it to. Now we have to find a way to get. We threw a ball down the sideline to Denzel, and he got a PI. So, but we're just not quite getting the throws to him that we need to get to him, and we have to improve that this week. I think he had 2 PIs, right? Because he had the slant and go for to get down the So, we had some targets to him, but I just think Tyquan and Fleeks, those guys have really stepped up, and then Jermichael really stepped up yet again.
Matt, having been in this situation, this was the fourth quarter deficit in the last 4 games. How much does that help, confidence-wise or whatever, knowing that you've been there?
Yeah, we're just going to keep playing. Like our guys were sitting there this morning watching, we put on College Game Day or whatever's on, and everyone was picking against us but one. And, they kind of, I said, my wife is worried about that, man. Like, my wife said to me, she'd probably get mad if my wife said this, but she said, I'm glad you're the underdog in this game. She said, if you were favored, you'd probably mess it up, talking about me. We're always better when when we're just not worried about all that stuff. Like, just concentrate on us. And I thought our guys did.
With Hasty, he's been a different player over the last month. He had some bad habits that obviously you broke him. How do you do that with a player, especially a guy who's an older guy, to explode into what he's done in the last month?
Process. You practice and practice and practice and give honest feedback, and the player takes it. There's no harder working player that on the team or that I've ever coached than Jermichael Hasty. Graduated in 3 years, single digit 2 years, and plays on special teams, plays on offense. He's picks up blitzes, never complains about the carries. I hope my son ends up being just like him. I mean that now. He's elite and doesn't say a lot, just kind of minds his own business, but out there on that field now. And so if you just really buy into it and work hard at it, eventually it'll happen. And, this was a process game for us. We came here 2 years ago, we got beat up pretty badly. And those guys are now juniors now, and they had a great team, and we were able to find a way to win it in the fourth.
Matt, what did you see on Chris Miller's hit?
Just what on there, I think he tried to lower his pads, but at the end of the day, the helmet hit the helmet, right? It's just, we might have to talk about doing some different things and start hitting guys low, which, I don't want to hit anyone in the knees. We haven't had a targeting penalty, I don't think, in the last 2 years, and all of a sudden now we've had 2 this year. So, I was proud of Chris. Man, he was really upset, obviously, but he came up and usually those guys change. He stayed in his pads at halftime, and he was there for his teammates. And I don't even know who went in for most of the game, McVay. And I mean, here's Jaron McVay. He was fifth team, fifth safety, and he's out there playing today against this offense. Henry Black breaks up the play on 4th and 6. I'm really proud of those guys. Those guys stepped up. This was a bunch of guys stepping up amidst a bunch of injuries, and from freshmen to seniors, and it was cool to see.
What did you say to Chris after that flag?
He said, "Am I out of the game?" And I said, "Yeah, you're out of the game." That's when he started going, "No!" He was upset. And I said, "Don't you dare! Don't do that! Don't make this about you now." But I know how much he loves and cares for the team, and so he certainly wasn't trying to do it. But I understand the rule. We're not here to complain about anything. And I said, go inside. Don't make this about you. And he went inside. So, I talked to him before the game about keeping his head up, and so I certainly don't think he was trying to hurt that guy, and obviously that was Wallace, and I was glad to see he came back in the game.
You mentioned guys stepping up. With Clay being out today, do you feel like it was 11 guys stepping up like you said on Monday you were hoping for? Or was there one guy or 2 guys or 3 guys who had stood out on defense today?
Yeah, I thought it was really the whole team. That's what really we told our whole team, like, this is going to be all of you guys stepping up. And I thought on defense a lot of guys stepped up. Terrell had to intercept the fumble return for a touchdown. That would normally be Clay out there. That was him out there. I thought guys stepped in the secondary. Guys stepped in up on special teams. We didn't have Rauschenberg kicking off against Sedgwick. First couple kicks were like to the 20, settled down. All of a sudden he's putting the ball through the end zone. How about Isaac Power today? Like we were talking about him this week. All of a sudden he steps up. So, I thought everyone stepped up. And then obviously the offense. So I thought it was a great team win. We talked this morning about. One man can be attacked and defeated. 2 men can stand, back to back and defend and conquer, and 3 men are like a triple braided rope. And so we wanted to be offense, defense, and special teams. We wanted to be a triple braided rope out there today. And, it wasn't perfect, but they didn't panic, and they just hung in there.
Matt, the defensive score there, how big was that in a game where it seemed like it was kind of in the balance, back and forth, that kind of thing?
I think it was 11 points at the time, right? Or was it not? Or was it 3?
I think it was 31.
Yeah.
So it made it 38.
Okay.
Didn't Jamaica?
The plays, and then Jamichael's made it the next one, yeah.
Yeah.
So, we took the lead. It was going to be a great football game down the stretch, so we're just going to keep playing. And obviously, that's where your stacks come, when the RPOs kind of go away and when the dropback has to step up. And I think that was Cheedy that got that. Mm-hmm. So you talk about a guy, he's a nose tackle. He's having to go out and play defensive end. He's a kind of a first and second down D end and pass rushing nose. He's out there playing, gets the ball out. Terrell picks it up. So, those are the kind of plays you have to make to win games. Players win games. And I thought our players did enough to win the game today.
All right.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all.